Sorry for the delay, folks. We are live now. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of wrestling going on this weekend. We also have AEW Fight Forever. We got a release date. So we're going to talk about it, man. Let's get into it right now. Pro Wrestling Shoot! What is going on? I am your host, Jesse Carter. Welcome back to another episode of the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Hashtag blame James for the delay, man. He's not here. He got stuck in traffic. He is on his way. I thought I could push it off a little longer, but time is of the essence. I know you guys want to get to watching some NXT tonight, so figured we would just start up. A lot has happened this week, man. Work has been crazy. I haven't even gotten a lunch at all. It sucks, man. It sucks. I've just been on the go. I have, if you've noticed from our social medias, if you follow us on Instagram and Facebook at the Pro Wrestling Shoot, you will notice that I didn't even promote this podcast today. I had zero time to do anything. I got a tweet out on Twitter, and that was about it, man. So thankfully, there's a couple people in here. I appreciate you guys for showing up. Hashtag blame James. If you guys are following or subscribed to the Pro Wrestling Shoot, you will know that I dropped a video. I think it was about 3 days ago. And it was a wish list for WWE 2K24. So obviously, you know, Brian and the team, they listen to this channel, so they know, and I figured I would get this out. I sent it to Brian too, so he has seen the video. So leave in the comments, go and check that video out for the wishing. So go and put your ideas there. And share that video around, man. Try to make it viral. I know we're not like one of the bigger streamers like Assemble or Smack Talks or anything like that, but go and try to make that video viral so that way everybody can see the video and leave their comments about what they would like to see in WWE 2K24. I dusted off the editing skills for video. Unfortunately, we're using StreamYard for this on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, so I couldn't use... I don't have the 4K camera hooked up for that, but I was able to get a good edit out there for YouTube for a regular video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I haven't edited a video in probably about 15 years. So there's a lot of new techniques involved, and there's also some stuff that was familiar, man. So it was great. James has now joined the chat. Hashtag blame James on the delay. Everybody is, look at this, hashtag lame James. Yeah.
Yeah, well, can't control red lights. What can I say? Can't control accidents.
You could leave earlier, sir. There's a time frame. If I can make sure
you can tell the boss that.
If I can make sure I work 3 hours of OT and avoid a lunch today just to make sure I'm here in time for the stream, then you can beat traffic, sir. There's no excuses.
Can't control red lights, man.
So here we go. Double J, Double J, Double J. That is what's going on today, man. Everybody start chanting Double J to piss James off. That is what we're doing. Yeah. So anyway, back to the video edit. So go and check that video out that I made for the wish list of WWE 2K24. I want to try to get that out there because I want everybody's voices heard, and I know that 2K is watching the video, so go and check that out and leave in the comments what you would like to see in the game. Don't overload it with a million comments of yourself, but in one comment, tell like the main things that you would like to see in the video, and definitely share that video around so that way we can get that out. You know what I'm saying? It was fun video editing, man. We're going to get a lot more videos on this show too. So, I'm not on the show in general, but on this channel, we're going to be doing a lot of short videos, mostly video games. And speaking of video games, AEW Fight Forever finally has a release date, June 29th. I'm excited. It doesn't look like they have toned down the blood that much in the game, James, because what I'm seeing in these images right here, look about the same from what we've seen from the video clips. Not sure.
Yeah, and they just actively said, "Hell, you guys were asking about the blood, and well, here it is in the new game." And we noticed, what was it in the new clip? It was like, I think the barricade action is like kind of involved now, where the barricade like flops over. So that was a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
different.
So yeah, there is some barricade physics, which tells me that there's probably more physics in the game that we're not aware of. So here's the thing about the blood too, though. It looks like they just got a bunch of cuts on them, right? Like that's what it looks like to me. What do you think?
Yeah, just blotches of, like you said, cuts. I mean, I haven't really zoomed in on it, but yeah, it's kind of. Do you think it's a
Inter-
little oversaturated, over dramatic?
well, it's supposed to be arcadey, so once again, here's the still image of it. I think it's going to be fun to have a match with it. I'm not really sure how I feel about this yet, man. I'm going to pick up the game. Like I already have made up my mind. It's not. I'm going to make an in-depth video too on AEW Fight Forever for sure. Um, the pros and cons, because I see a lot of people not wanting to buy it just because of the graphics or whatever, but I don't think that this game needs to be stacked up to WWE 2K in any way. But then again, this is AEW we're talking about. I know that they said, "Oh, we have a good alternative wrestling game." Yeah, well, they said they had a good alternative wrestling product too, and now it's straight competition, right? Like that's just what it is. You can call it a spade, but in my opinion, these are two different wrestling games. One is a simulation, one is an arcade. They are not the same. They are not in the same ballpark. You are going to get more out of WWE 2K23 or 2K24 when it comes out than you would out of an AEW Fight Forever. But the fun aspect of just messing around and creating some carnage in the game could be there with AEW Fight Forever. So I'm really excited to see the possibilities of what you can do. That is a lot of fun. How are you feeling about it, James?
I mean, I'm glad the game is finally coming out. We, speculated for months and months and months, and I know they went through the problems with GCW involved. I know the blood was an issue. Well, they are on top of it, and we're getting, the blood, and like you said, it's different. It's more of an arcade style compared to, 2K23 with the whole simulation stuff. So, I mean, there's going to be two, different aspects, two different wrestling video game worlds, if you will. Maybe, I mean, there's going to be certain pros and cons to the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm curious of how the online is going to be built as well, because we're both big time online gamers ourselves. So let's see what they can do. It's their first game, so like I said, I'm going through this like for myself. For the new game alone, I didn't go for the graphics. I'm more of the gameplay type.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect like top notch. When they said it was going to be a No Mercy style, I kind of expected that.
I wish they would have made the models look realistic at least. I mean, I understand like the gameplay is going to be arcadey, but I mean, you could have done better with these models, dude. Most of these models look like a 2-pack of ass. I'm not even going to lie. Like, it looks terrible.
Like, I get it. You want No Mercy style, but don't take it to that rhythm of, we got to make it look like real No Mercy, where the superstar just looks blotchy and all over the place of a mess. You could have changed the dynamic of it, but it is what it is. So I'm curious if there's going to be any, like roster reveals, any more gameplay coming out, or it's just going to be, out of the blue, it just gets released.
I think they're going to release more, but right now I want to shout out the chat, man. Steve Kelly, welcome to the chat. Let me see here. Poke King Raider, man. Welcome to the chat. Hudson Humphrey, welcome to the chat. Everything Pro Wrestling, what's going on? Positively E is in the chat.
What's up?
Yeah. B-Boy Skyline is in the chat. All the bloody fun in AEW, he says. Positively E says, you see that blood? Boy, howdy. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. And it says Hudson Humphrey says, well, if 2K is watching more WCW classics or Ring Bell return. So go and put those comments in the actual WWE 2K24 wish list video that I have up on the channel. Go put those on there. But I did mention more WCW classics. I did mention a lot of things, actually. There's a huge list. I had a huge list wrote down. I was reading off the list. I did my best to get in. I know I left a lot of stuff out, but the video was already running 14 minutes, and I did not want this video to be too crazy. So Isaiah Hill, man, oh my God, I'm in love with this game. Me too, man. Look, I don't know if I'm in love with it yet. I know I'm excited for it. Let's say that.
Yeah.
So, everything pro wrestling says blood everywhere. Positively E says more blood the better, bro. Fanging and banging, I won't stop till I see blood, he says. Hudson Humphrey says that'll be a great in-depth barbed wire match. Yeah. Yes. So that is going to be fun to play. Like, there's new matches introduced to this game, like the Casino Battle Royal will be fun to try out. Obviously, the barbed wire death match, or the exploding barbed wire death match will be fun. The non-sanctioned lights out match, who knows what that's about. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Kelly says instead of calling it Fight Forever, should be called Blood Forever. Hudson Humphrey says, well, originally it was Delay Forever. Everything Pro Wrestling says it's the first game too. Yeah, well, I'm not going to look, I understand it's the first game, but listen, back in Nintendo 64 days, I remember Warzone came out and the characters still look pretty dope for what it was back then. The graphics are good now. There's no excuse why they should have lame ass looking models. I'm just saying. I'm not taking away from the gameplay because I'm sure the game is going to be fun, but nobody can deny that these models look absolutely terrible. I hate how Kenny Omega looks. I think Adam Cole looks pretty good. CM Punk looks okay. There's some, like Sheeta looks cool. I really like how Sheeta looks. Jericho, I don't like how he looks. Pretty much everybody. I'm I'm excited to see what everybody else looks like. I know Paul White looks good in the game, Big Show. So there's some, it's hit and miss. John Moxley looks terrible. Matthew Lopez, what's going on, man? He says, good evening, everyone.
How's it going?
Steve Kelly says, I can't wait for the new stuff from the game. Yeah, we're gonna do an in-depth video too on AEW Fight Forever. I'm gonna dust off the video editing skills, and we're gonna release some AEW Fight Forever. So when that game comes out, expect a lot of video game videos on here, not live streams, obviously, but we're gonna be doing some videos reviewing the game and whatnot, what we would like to see in updates, stuff like that. We're gonna keep you guys up to date with it. Matthew Lopez says, John Moxley, look at that blood in game, and says that's good shit. So it might be fun, man, but I'm curious on what they scaled back. Like I said, look, is
there commentary?
I don't know.
I haven't heard. I don't even.
So we haven't heard really anything on this game. I am curious though, because I've seen a video of the full Kenny Omega entrance, and I know everybody's questioning about is entrances full in the game. I seen a full Kenny Omega entrance, and then I seen a different Kenny Omega entrance. So it makes me think that they're just showing us clips of the entrances and not the full thing yet. So there could be full
there's like
entrances.
An option, like you can put entrance or like a fast-paced entrance, and I'm not sure.
So one thing that I kind of wanted to see in the game is something that 2K has adapted over the years to where you can. When you're on your way to the ring, you can skip the cutscene, right? And you could take control of your guy like while you're on your way to the ring. Yeah. I think that started originally with the game Raw. It was Raw on the original Xbox, Raw 1 and Raw 2. They had that, and then the 2K franchise kind of got that. I would like to see that in the AEW game just because of how much carnage you're able to do. I'm excited, man. Look, I'm not going to sit here and crap on the game. I think the game is going to be awesome. I think the models look like shit. That's the only thing.
And you got about a good amount of a roster. There's I guess there's a list circulating if you want me to go down with it.
On what?
On the game of who's
No,
in the game.
we'll wait until everything's if that's like speculation or anything, then we're good on that. I don't want to release a list that's not accurate. Unless AEW Games
I
is
think
releasing it.
I'm not sure if it's from this person's aspect, like from like the little achievement bars from some of the clips. They wrote everybody down. I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll wait. We'll wait on that one. As far as like graphics, so I see a comment right here. We'll follow up on this one right now. Hudson says, honestly, I'm not big on graphics. I'm just looking for a good game over the summer. 2K23 was a good choice for me though. 2K23 was great, but that's like I said, I don't think that the two games should be should be side by side, because one is a simulation, one is going to be arcadey. And it depends on what you're looking for. So like I said, I'm not going to crap on the game. And it's not really about the graphics either. Like, I don't care about the graphics. I just think that the models themselves should have looked a little better. I'm not saying that they should look like 2K. I'm just saying that they should look like the character a little bit.
Yeah, put some emphasis into it, compared to not trying to compare it to 2K. It's a whole different game in general, but man, you guys really stuck with we need that no mercy type of attitude with everything, even the models.
I appreciate it, because they said what they wanted and they did it. So, I mean, look, the game comes out, a little over a month, right?
Yes.
A little over a month. I think everybody's going to be surprised by the full product. And this game's going to have updates continuously. So, I say just wait for the game to come out. Grab yourself a copy, and if the rumors were true that it's on Game Pass and stuff like that, you might not even have to buy a copy if you have Game Pass. Just go on Game Pass on Xbox, check it out. I'm going to buy my copy just because I buy every wrestling game that comes out, regardless of how everybody feels about it. Like I don't know. I'm an easy customer. I'm just going to like
you got the TNA game somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I don't have it anymore, but I did have it. Yeah, I've owned every wrestling game. So that I'm just, like I said, I'm an easy customer. So when it comes to like every year that the 2K games come out, I hear some people like, oh, I gotta wait to see if I'm gonna pre-order it. I don't ever wait. As soon as I have the money, I pre-order it, because I know I'm gonna want to play it. I know I want the updated version of the game. I just get it every year. Sadly, I wish I would have skipped 2K20, but other than that, I think that was like the worst purchase that I've ever done, was 2K20, because I played that game for literally 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever it took to beat the My Rise or the career mode or whatever it had on there. I played that, and because the glitches were so bad, I was out. I was out, man. I reinstalled 2K19, and it was gone from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I bought the original version, then upgraded to the deluxe one, and then probably like a couple days after playing it, that's when everybody else was going off about it, and then I noticed it. It probably maybe a month, and then that's it. It went straight back to Call of Duty.
Yep. Positively E says, I wish the hands were bigger. The models from Day of Reckoning 2 had pretty good models that hold up. Yeah, dude, Day of Reckoning 2 was such a fun. I remember seeing the belts in Day of Reckoning 2. I literally bought a GameCube just for Day of Reckoning, and then I ended up going back and playing that WrestleMania 19 game and all the other stuff that they released on there. But the belts, the titles on Day of Reckoning 2, that really stuck out to me. I thought that those were the shiniest, most real-looking titles that were on a video game at the time. I don't know if they still, if I go back and look at it now, I probably wouldn't feel the same. But at the time, I was like, wow, these are amazing. He says, I wish the hands were bigger. The models from Day of Reckoning 2 had pretty good models that hold up. That should have been the goal. But I like Def Jam / Here Comes the Pain thing, but give me bigger paws. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really care too much for the big hands. Like, I think that I get what they were going for. I really do. And honestly, it's not even that big of a deal. It's probably going to be a fun game. Everything Pro Wrestling says, I prefer the smaller hands. I would like more upscale, but I get they're catching a throwback. Yeah. And you know what? I feel like there's a demand for it out there. Everybody loved that No Mercy game. Listen, I would put probably 7 or 8 2K titles up against that No Mercy any day. I'm not one of those guys that is just like, No Mercy was the best game ever. Like I don't feel that way at all.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. It was fun at the time, but I would never go back and play that game. So, and same with Here Comes the Pain. Here Comes the Pain was great for the time, but as soon as that, what was the next one? SmackDown versus Raw, right? That was the next one that came out. The original SmackDown versus Raw after Here Comes the Pain. Once SmackDown versus Raw came out, Here Comes the Pain was out of here. You know what I mean? I just go for the more upgraded games. Like I am about graphics personally. I'm a graphics guy. I buy I bought an expensive TV to play these graphics on. I would like to see them play out. And dude, honestly, after playing WWE 2K23 and seeing some like the Kenny Omega models, the CM Punk models, the Hangman Page models, the Ricky Starks, all the AEW characters that are being created on that game, and then buying AEW Fight Forever and seeing these models, it's gonna throw me through a loop a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, are we going backwards? But then you got to put it. Hey, it's an arcade style. It's a whole different world, like I mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll see. We'll see how it is. I'm sure the game is going to play really fun. Positively E says cosplay pay-per-view intros would be nice. SmackDown Hotel has a list that are usually pretty good. He's probably talking about that roster list. Is that what you got right there, James, from SmackDown? SmackDown Hotel?
No, it was. Does he have one? I don't know. I just looked randomly.
I don't know. He just said SmackDown Hotel. Positively, he said that. Matthew Lopez says, I just want a fun game. And I think that you're going to get it, Matthew. I really think that you're going to get a fun game with AEW Fight Forever. I have no doubts about this game. If I was like hating on the game, I just wouldn't buy it. But I buy all wrestling games, and I'm sure you're going to get a different aspect of playing out of this game that you would for 2K. I really feel that this is an alternative. Even though AEW has said that before, I believe that this is an alternative to your simulation type wrestling game. I'm excited for it, man. I think it's going to be good.
Okay, yeah, I see the SmackDown Hotel. His roster, he has 28 currently. So, and right, I know the achievement says more than 50. So,
hold on. Positively, he says, I hope Fight Forever has the classics AKI intro with the game model and hardcore rock / rap. We'll see what the soundtrack is for sure. Everything Pro said, hell nah. 2K20. He said that was a lesson. Yep, that was a lesson for sure, man. And then he says, Jesse, like, make me a new Saturday Night Slam Masters. I'll buy it right now. Some old school, man. Hudson says, that's what I'm looking for. I want an arcade game. I tried to think about getting a PC to play the such of SVR and 2K14. The PS4 isn't working good on me too. Yeah. Look, I'm not a PC gamer, but I definitely heard from everybody that once you go PC, you're never going to turn away from anything else just because that's the best gaming experience possible.
Yeah, you're not as limited. I've seen streams, and the things they can do are far beyond compared to console.
Yeah, absolutely. Positively E says titles in game are usually are the wrong size. I know what you mean by Day of Reckoning title thing. Yeah. The titles looked at the time, they looked phenomenal. Everything for bugging, no mercy. Let me see here. Steve Kelly says in the new AEW game, can you do run-ins? I'm not. So we don't know. We don't know.
We don't really know it.
Yeah, we don't know anything about the game yet. We just got a release date. So June 29th. Pick it up. Pre-order it. Whatever you got to do. I also did hear, if you read the thing, there is some sort of Elite DLC going on. So there is an Elite Deluxe edition, so to speak. There is going to be another edition of this game if you wait to pre-order it. I think we're going to find out more maybe tomorrow night on Dynamite. I don't know. But there is another edition to this game that you can purchase. It's not just going to be the game, because if you read the press release, it did say Elite edition. So there's an Elite edition to the game. I have a feeling that if you pre-order the Elite edition, or if you pre-order the game in general, you will get that 2-day early release. So you may end up with the game on June 27th on a Tuesday. So who knows? Everything Pro Wrestling says, to be honest, you'll never get those models 2K has. So many cameras, it's ridiculous. You can get better ones, but you're not getting VC style models. You never know, man. You never know. I know if EA picked up something, they would be able to get some pretty good models going. But EA is terrible. For gameplay, it's terrible. I don't ever want a wrestling game from EA. So Hudson says, what do you all think of Cody versus Brock underwhelming upcoming match? We're going to be talking about Night of Champions for sure. We're going to dive into that. I know I just wanted to get this Fight Forever stuff out there. I know people are excited about Fight Forever, so I wanted to talk about that. The AEW Fight Forever mods will be crazy. Yeah, on PC, it's going to be going off. Everything Pro Wrestling says, I have my complaints already for AEW Fight Forever. How do you feel about Community Creations not being in, possibly like it must have for future games? So for Community Creations, I'm not really... Look, the models look so bad anyway. I could probably go on there and create a Stone Cold Steve Austin that fits right into the game.
It's funny that you mention
I mean?
that because it's gonna bring like the throwback, going back to calls.ws and making the codes and everything, copy it.
The old school, man. I haven't thought about that website in
Yeah,
years.
it's not the same. I can tell you that. I went there recently.
So I don't mind a Community Creations not being in the game, because here's the thing. I'm not buying this game to play with WWE models. That's my look. I want an AEW game. I want to play with the roster they gave me. I want to do AEW style matches. I want to do craziness. I want to get online with my friends and have a good time. I'm not really buying this game for the creations like I would a 2K game. Once again, I don't think that you should put this game in comparison with 2K because it's not the same game. Like, you're not getting the same graphics. You're not getting the same anything. This is a completely different game. I think that everybody's going to have fun, and I'm sure you can create some good stuff on there. Knowing Kenny Omega, Ukes, and everybody involved with making that game, I'm sure they have some good creating options on there. So I'm really not bothered by Community Creations not being on there. This is a mode that took 2K years to get. So, and it's their bread and butter. They're never getting rid of it. So this is one thing that they will always have over everything else that anybody else releases. Now, is AEW Fight Forever cross-gen? That's my question.
Yeah.
Is it cross-gen? Can I play it against Xbox players? Because I'm buying it on PlayStation 5. Can I play it against PC players? That's the question I want answered. That's what WWE 2K24 needs to be. Cross-gen.
Is AKI guys going to be in the game?
It better be. I mean, that's throwback, right?
Yeah. I mean,
so
we haven't had them in years.
Yeah, it's throwback. Like, if you're trying to go for a No Mercy style game, you have to have him in there. So I don't know, man. Tomorrow night on Dynamite, man, we got Tony Khan making the announcement. They have finally made the announcement about the Saturday show, AEW Collision. I'm really excited that this is happening, but it's a rough time. It's a rough time. I'm excited for AEW. I'm excited for the company. I'm excited for all the wrestlers involved that don't get showcased on Dynamite all the time. So I'm excited for that. I'm not excited about the watch time. Saturday night is rough for me unless there's pay-per-views and I make a whole deal of it, right? Like I'm going to watch Night of Champions, but I'm not going to watch it live. I'm going to watch it later on Saturday night. Thankfully, I'm old and I don't go to the club too much. So I will be able to watch it. But in the mornings and during the day and stuff on Saturday, I'm not watching Night of Champions from Saudi Arabia. Like, I'm not.
Lies.
I won't watch it at 10 a.m. That is too early for West Coast time. I'm sorry. It's not happening. For East Coast,
you're doing it for All In.
Reasonable.
You're doing it for All In. Oh.
Okay, that's different. That's different, all right? All In is something big. Look, James, how long did you have to beg me to watch one of these Saudi shows to begin with?
No, I know.
You're watching it.
Three, four shows. Yeah, we watched it.
You're watching it.
I can't remember.
You made me sit through one of those god-awful shows before we went to Prestige Wrestling.
We killed time. We had to kill time before we left, so you're welcome.
Yeah, I'll watch it later just because I think that this is going to be a good card. I know a lot of people are iffy about it, but I'll tell you what, WWE hasn't had a bad card for a little over a year now. Name one bad card that they have put on. Regardless of what the matches look like on paper, it seems like what they look like on paper is not what they deliver in person. What they deliver in person is 10 times better. So I don't want to sit here and crap on WWE and say that this show's going to suck, because I thought Backlash was going to suck, and that show was like one of the most entertaining shows that I've seen in years. So it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. So let me see here. The THQ man, Everything Pro Wrestling, Day of Champions. Positively E says, give me AKI man, THQ man, AEW man, Ukes blue, green, red, whatever. They could do that. Hudson says, I don't have much plans over the weekends now. Gonna try to fit in next AEW and WWE events. Yeah. Absolutely. Steve Kelly says 10 a.m. is too early. Yeah. If you're on the West Coast, man, that's rough. That's rough, dude. 10 a.m. Like
Well, you
I'm already gonna be out the house by then. I can't be sitting down at 10 a.m. watching TV. Matthew Lopez says, imagine if Tony Khan is a DLC character. That'd be great, man. I don't see why he wouldn't be. Well, I don't see why you can't do that. I think that would be a lot of fun. But anyway, back to Collision. So Collision, there's a lot of stuff that happened. Is CM Punk out? Is CM Punk in? Is CM Punk out? You know, according to Dave Meltzer, dude, I'm so sick of seeing like these Dave Meltzer, Brian Alvarez hating ass fools talking all over CM Punk, man. So apparently it was already debunked too about the whole like, oh, well, they have backup plans at Daly's place in case they don't book what's the arena in Chicago they're booking?
United Center.
The United Center, yeah. In case CM Punk doesn't come, they got the Daly's places back up. Well, that was debunked. So, man, some of these people, I feel bad for anybody that subscribes to the Observer or any of that crap just to get like.
What a waste of $5.
Wow. No, actually, the Observer. I just found this out, actually. The Observer is like $15 or $20. It's like, yeah, it's more than Netflix to subscribe to. So what kind of super-ass Mark fan do you got to be just to pay $20 to see what, according to Dave Meltzer, this is going on? Bro, I'm sorry. Like, if
you might as well just pay $5. I
feel terrible for you.
You might as well pay the $5 with Sean.
Yeah.
At this point.
Hudson says, sorry about the spelling error. I'm a mobile user. No worries, man. You don't got to be sorry in here, man. It's all good. I'm just happy you're here. So, yeah, Collision. Is CM Punk coming? He's got to be coming, right? We're going to find out tomorrow. If they book if they say the United Center, you don't show up to United Center without CM Punk, right? Oop, wrong graphic.
Punk. That's going to drive the sale of the tickets. I mean, you put him on there and the tickets, I would think, are going to skyrocket, especially in
absolutely.
Chicago.
How do you feel about this Dynamite tomorrow, man? We finally get the Lucha Bros back. They're facing Claudio and Wheeler Yuta. I'm excited for that match.
Fantastic match.
House of Black too.
Yeah, and I'm actually liking their whole rule analysis thing of there's no countouts, there's no, you pick the disqualifications, the rules, we'll do the rest. And I actually like the titles they're rocking with. Like, was it like the black and white, silverish? Dude,
so I didn't even notice these titles. I heard Conrad on Everything Pro Wrestling. Guys, go follow them at EPW Show everywhere. Branding matters. I heard them talking about these titles. I don't know if I was just in and out of this Dynamite last week. I wasn't a fan of last week's Dynamite. I thought it was really boring. Like, I was really bored last week watching Dynamite. So I don't know if it was last week when we seen them or the week before, but either way, I was just,
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so I was checked out both 2 weeks. I think the last couple of weeks have been really stale on Dynamite. But hopefully this week, I know matches look good. I don't know, like, who the fuck is Kyle Fletcher?
He's from Aussie Open, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. That's why I don't know him, because I don't watch enough of them.
Oh. Yeah, because Orange
the fuck is Griff Garrison? Yeah, dude, that's how I feel. So Orange Cassidy versus Kyle Fletcher. Obviously, this is going to be another W under the column of Orange Cassidy. Kyle Fletcher's not taking this. Yeah, dude. So Taya Valkyrie versus Lady Frost. I'm excited about this.
Lady Frost getting she's been on what, Dark and Elevation.
Dude, so I've been following her since the indies. She's been on Defy, she's been on Prestige, all that stuff. So I've known about Lady Frost for a long time. Mm-hmm. I'm excited, dude. Listen, I don't think that there's any women's roster out there like the AEW roster. Am I wrong for saying that right now? I feel like what they are doing with the women's roster in AEW, and this is a complete 180 from how I was talking about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, whatever it was. The women in AEW are killing it, dude. I really enjoy watching those matches from them. With Anna Jay, all these other women that barely get a chance to shine. Every time they go out there, they put on a performance that's memorable.
Right, like they have like a certain steady of the women, that are going in, and then once in a while you get like a random pairing up there, like you had, like you said, and Jay, you had Julia Hart, and I thought they did pretty well.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm really excited. David 3000, what's going on, buddy? He says, hello. Welcome to the chat, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Let's read some more comments here. Matthew Lopez says, $15 to $20 observed this. Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous. Everything Pro Wrestling says, I can't type either, Hudson.
Speaking of 15 or $20, I believe Max debuted today.
Who?
HBO Max. Now it's Max.
Oh, did it? I'll have to go and pop up that app and see what's going on,
actually.
Man. Go see what they got for Shark Week, brother. Absolutely. Hudson says 4 Pillars match will be good or bad. We're going to get into all those matches on Double or Nothing for sure. We got the whole card lined up. We got all of Night of Champions. We're just talking about Dynamite for tomorrow real quick. We're going to go in order here. Aussie Open and his partner just got hurt.
Yep, that's what I've heard.
I did see that. Had to give up both tag titles, IWGP and New Japan Strong. Steve Kelly says Lady Frost match should be awesome. Matthew Lopez says Lady Frost been pretty damn good on ROH in the last few episodes. Yeah, dude, she's
a Ring of Honor. Okay.
Yeah, she's a hustler, man. She's a hustler. She's doing good. Dynamite been lacking. Need to see Punk back. I think Punk coming back is great. I do. I'm a huge Punk fan. I'm an advocate for CM Punk to come back. Definitely. Need something interesting on TV. I think the stories suck. That's what I think's going on. Like, I'm a story guy. I like what's going on in some of the stories in WWE. I like some of the stories in AEW. I will say this, that for Double or Nothing, I feel like they've done a lot better job building the pay-per-view this year with matches as compared to last year when they got stuck behind that Owen Hart Cup tournament. So the build for AEW Double or Nothing was really lame last year as compared to this year. At least they got some story, but I mean, we're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it.
Right. And you got Bryan Danielson in, he's going to be in the back, like working with the storylines and creative. So
yeah,
for Collision.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see what he can do, man. I'm excited for,
he's very prideful for it. So
I'm excited for Will Washington too. Isn't he in creative?
I believe so. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, maybe he's the reason why we're getting Collision and all this and that. I'm like, well, there's just certain things going around. I doubt it, but
doubtful. Yeah. I'm happy for him, but doubtful. Absolutely. Let me see here. David says, been watching the NHL, NBA playoffs. So we will mention NHL on this podcast, but we will not mention NBA.
He's a Sonics fan, which I don't know where that team is anymore. Oklahoma.
Yeah. The only team I give a shit about is not in the NBA anymore, so we don't watch NBA. Well, I don't watch NBA.
He's focusing on the Seattle Mariners.
James over here posting Lakers in 7. I posted, how about shut the fuck up in 7? That's what we're doing today. Positively, he says Alvarez lying and Punk again. Yep. Dude, Alvarez is something else. Look, here's my thing. If CM Punk comes back, Tony Khan, I'm begging you, let this man in one of your press scrums after one of these pay-per-views and let him just stand face-to-face with Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez. That is a moment to grab my popcorn, bro. That is what I want to see, that more than anything that you put on a Dynamite. Guaranteed. That would be the most entertaining thing. I guarantee that if you have Punk in a media scrum again, that is going to be the highest numbers that you ever do. It needs to happen. Matthew Lopez says, Max added Battle Bots. I love it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
Fletcher is dope. Match should be a banger. Who the fuck is Griff Garrison? Hudson says, dead honest. Haven't been up to date with anything but trying to finish my WWE 2K23 roster. Yeah, dude, it's a mission with all these, community creations. David 3000 laughs at no NBA. Man, the freaking Kraken got knocked out, so I'm bummed out about that.
Okay, it's a year for Vegas. They need some revenue.
Vegas don't need no revenue. Are you kidding me?
They need more. They need a hockey team to win something.
We got a contract signing with Chris Jericho and Adam Cole. How you feel about a contract signing? Good old-fashioned contract signing.
I mean, what are we still doing these contract signings? I mean, it's the typical thing. Either someone's going to get flipped, the table's going to get flipped over, someone's going through it. or it's just a general, hey, we're signing a contract, some smack talking, and that's it. They walk. I mean, it's a rinse and recycle. It's an old age thing.
So we're going to do this show with no ads today too, by the way, guys. No ads. Just go and support our
1
friends.
hour free, commercial free.
Commercial free, brother.
Picture.
Yeah, we got one ad that we're actually going to play. I'm lying. I'm going to put over my homie Conrad. That's the only person I'm putting over today. But it says, we'll hear from FTR, we'll hear from Ricky Starks, and we'll hear from all 4 pillars. Yay. So that is what we got. Look, nobody is tuning in to Dynamite to see any of this. They just want to see where Collision is going to be come, June 19th, 17th?
Something like that, somewhere in the middle of June.
Some Saturday in June.
Yeah,
that's the only time that's the only thing that we want to see on this channel, man. We're gonna get right into. Hold on a second, RSTV. Where the hell you been, bro? I miss you, man. How would you rebuild TNT title? Because this isn't the same. The TNT title sucks. I'm not even gonna lie. I used to love this title. The TNT title sucks. They put it on Wardlow. And we get the Symphony Powerbomb every week. Now we're going to do Christian Cage. Listen, I know there's a lot of fans of Christian Cages out there. I am not one of them.
Honestly, with the fact that Wardlow's just not he's just not the fan favorite like he used to be. I would not mind Christian winning it at this point. But I mean, the way that they're constricting it with Orange Cassidy defending it 20 plus times, you could have done it with Wardlow and it might have worked for him, but you hot potato it over and over from him. I
don't mind the hot potato, but I want some better competitors for it, I guess.
Get rid of it. I don't care. Honestly, I'm kind of.
He said we'll get rid of it. Just get rid of the title. Oh man! Right now, I think the most over title on Dynamite is definitely the what is it? The international title, the AEW Internet. Yeah. The international title is the most over title. It is defended almost every single week. Orange Cassidy puts on bangers after banger after banger. I think that title is where it's at for me personally. That, and I think the TBS title. Probably the TBS title has a good. It's amazing, dude. What they're doing with Jade Cargill, I was such a doubter with Jade Cargill originally, and now I think she's one of the most over women that I've ever seen step in wrestling, and it's phenomenal, dude. She is a straight star.
Yeah, she has the size, she has the attitude.
Yeah.
The Goldberg, I mean, I can be so-and-so with it, but she is improved. I can tell you that. Weird storyline she's been put in, I would say, but, I mean, she's doing what she can. She's made a big difference compared to, the first match she had with Cody and Shaq.
Yeah. Guys, we're going to take one ad in this, and then we're just going to continue on, man. I want you guys to take a listen from Conrad over at Everything Pro Wrestling. We will be right back right here on the Pro Wrestling Shoot.
Pro Wrestling Shoot listeners, this is Conrad Cushman from Everything Pro Wrestling, here to let you know that Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. And every Monday, we are live on YouTube with our classic show, Clash of the Podcast, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to myself and my tag team partner, Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, talk all the latest and greatest in pro wrestling. Also on our YouTube channel, live every Wednesday following AEW Dynamite, myself and Derek bring you the live post-show coverage. Make sure you guys are tuned in to check us out. And did I mention we are also on audio platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Now, let's get back to listening to the guys of the Pro Wrestling Shoot.
Back right here on the Pro Wrestling Shoot, guys. Go follow Everything Pro Wrestling at EPW Show everywhere. Go check them out. Also support our sponsors over at Caldera Labs by using our code SHOOT to get some good skincare products. If you need some good ball shaving products, go to Manscaped and use that promo code PWShoot. And do me a favor, if you're watching this video right now, make sure you're liking this video. Make sure you're commenting on it afterwards. We got to chill, man. We want to get put in the algorithm with some of the bigger YouTubers out there. We want to get noticed. If you like the podcast, help support it. Share it somewhere. Do whatever you got to do. Tell people the Pro Wrestling Shoot is here, man. And we're here to stay. So let me see here. RSTV says Joe should have had a better reign. Yeah, well, Joe's got the ROH TV title, so
that's the thing that made it odd of him holding both belts.
Conrad says, thank you. Of course, man.
Of course.
Of course. Hudson says, I'll try to tune in. Absolutely, man. All right, we're going to kick it off, man. We're going to get into some Night of Champions, and we're just going to kind of skim through it, man. We're going to skim through it as best we can because we still got Double or Nothing to talk about as well. Night of Champions, man. Everybody doubts this card, but I'll tell you what, they always put on bangers. But there are a couple matches that when I look at them, I'm like, can it really deliver? And this is one of them. Does Trish go away after this match?
No.
Is she signed? Like signed?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's going to go all the way to SummerSlam, at least. Her being a heel, I mean, I liked her heel work back in the day. It gives Becky to do something else instead of going for the world titles, I guess. I mean, I haven't really paid attention to it as much. I know they had the tag titles, then Lita got hurt, so Trish filled in. I mean, it might be a good match. I mean, I can't doubt it from Trish. I mean, what was the last match she had? I believe it was Charlotte. Was that the last time she fought?
Yeah, I really just. Does Trish win this? Do we put Trish over? I say we put Trish over, right? Like
I would think so.
If it's gonna go until SummerSlam, you can't have Becky win it. I'm just saying. That match I'm really not excited for, but
I mean, I can say this: they're putting more women matches over there in Jeddah. So I mean, that was like a big.
They are. We got 3 on this card, is what it looks like.
Yeah, and they know they got to wear the whole full body suits and all that. So.
Okay, I'm not even gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Let me. This match is really weird, but I still feel like this is gonna deliver. Ali versus Gunther for the Intercontinental title. I'm excited about this, dude. A lot of people are like, "What? What's going on?" Listen, look, when you get a high flyer with a straight brawler and technical wrestler like
squash,
you think it's gonna be a squash?
Squash. They'll give Ali maybe a couple hits in there, but Gunther's just gonna run all over him. I mean, and then what? Ali's just gonna. I mean, I don't know. Rough. I've never been a fan of his work. Maybe it's just me. I didn't like his.
I'm not a big Ali guy either, but I think that this match could be the match to have him shine in. I don't know.
I mean, he claims he got his spot stolen from Kofi Kingston. So
Bianca Belair retains the title against Asuka.
It's okay. So this whole thing, I don't know why. So at the time when they feuded for Mania, Asuka wasn't a heel, and now they're personifying her as a heel. Now it's kind of odd how they went with this. They kind of missed the match I would think they were going to go with, but they're doing.
Which was that?
Like I said, I thought it should have been Ripley versus Bianca for the title at the time, and they just decided, let her and Charlotte go at it. So it is what it is. But yeah,
I thought of so you got Bianca over on SmackDown. She's the Raw Women's Champion. You got Rhea over on Raw, and she's the SmackDown Women's Champion. I think the way to get out of this is to have both of those guys face each other. Not unify the titles, because I know they're not going to do that. But
yeah, they kind of teased that at the time being.
That would be great. If they did that, that would be a great idea. But if they don't do that, I think a good way around it is, look, the winner of this match gets the respected brand's title, and then the loser of the match, their title goes up in a tournament. They lose no matter what. So I think that would be a good way out of it. And you know how they like to do tournaments around here in wrestling world.
Yeah.
I just, meh. If Asuka doesn't win this match, I don't care about this match because I really just want to see Bianca lose at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just over it, dude.
You have to wait for another WrestleMania then for her to lose or an injury.
You know what? I'm not even surprised. RSTV says, I honestly feel bad for Cody. This Brock and Cody storyline is getting stale way, way too quick. Should have had Cody defeat Roman at WrestleMania, but I understand 1,000 days. I think getting Roman as champion past WrestleMania. Like at this point, I think Cody is going to go on to face Roman Reigns again at WrestleMania 40, and Cody will still lose again.
It's funny because now I don't know who mentioned it. It was all over
False.
Twitter.
It's not going to be against Gunther.
Yeah, I know.
False. Why would they even do that? That seems silly to me.
I guess they faced off at the Royal Rumble being the last two, and they want to pencil that in and give somebody. And what do you do with The Rock? Are you just gonna, hey Cody, sorry, you're getting shoved to the side? Originally, our ideas was The Rock.
Yeah. RSTV said at the same time, but at this point, they should have given him the title. I can't endure this struggle. I like it, but at the same time, I don't really like it. So here's the thing, man. I thought last night on Monday Night Raw was really good. How Triple H got involved. That whole promo between him, Triple H gave him that look. I think that Triple H is going to screw Cody Rhodes out of something. I've always enjoyed Triple H being a part of a storyline, just because he works it really good. But I think, I don't know. I'm not as against the whole Brock and Cody thing as a lot of other people are. I think who else do you put him against? Who else do you put him against at this point? I think Brock is the one dude that he hasn't faced that I don't know. I thought the way that they handled it at Backlash was really good. I like the roll up pin. I like that sneak win. I'm curious to see what they're going to do this time. I think Cody Rhodes still comes out on top. I think a lot of people think that Brock Lesnar's taking it, but I think Cody Rhodes beats him again.
I think Brock's going to get squeezed one out.
Let's pop up the flyer since we're talking about it right now.
Yeah.
I think that Cody Rhodes is winning this match, dude. I think he's going to surprise everybody. I think and I think this match opens, by the way. I know they're running with the storyline, like you said, with Triple H now involved and telling Cody, well, he broke your arm. Like, I don't think you're good to go. I wrestled, with my condition over there at Hell in a Cell against Seth. So I get what they're running with it. Like I said, I think this is going to be a whole nother, let's push it to SummerSlam. So I think Brock's going to get one on him. All right. We'll see, man. We'll see. I differ. I think Cody's coming out on top in this.
Or if he comes out on top, Brock's whooping him after the match. It's one of these.
Well, yeah, that's possible.
And then, hey, he's going to be silent.
If Cody comes out with a cast, that boy's getting the cast just like his daddy. His daddy used to use the cast, brother.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen, dude. I don't know. I'm pulling for Cody, dude. I'm never going to bet against him. I like Cody. He's my dude. So I think Cody's taking it, man. That's all I can say. Let me see here. Hudson says Gunther will win. It'll be real close, though. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a squash match either. I think Gunther will put on a good match with Ali, and I think he's going to be surprised.
Is what he gets.
Well,
no, I don't know.
Right. You're not wrong there.
This seems like the one, like, hey, that they're kind of like. At the beginning, it would be what he wants. Now it's kind of like, all right, now we're kind of following with storylines, not throwing a random championship match in there.
We'll see, man. I think that everybody that is doubting this pay-per-view is really going to be surprised by it. Like I said, WWE hasn't put on a bad card in over a year, so I don't see it stopping now. They got some new creative writers over there, too, and a new person in charge. It's not Bruce Pritchard, so could be interesting, man. Hudson says, make this night of literally every current champion winning. Could be, man. Could be.
Yeah.
RSTV says, if Asuka ain't winning this, she's dead. I'm sorry. Yeah. I ain't got an argument against it, man, at this point.
Yeah.
Like, it's marketing. Like, that's the move right now. Bianca's moving the merch. Whoever's moving the merch, that's your champion, man.
She has a connection with the kids. They like the kids.
Yep. So that's what it is.
Smart. That's smart for them.
Yeah. Positively, he says, name the titles like the men's titles, and they don't have to worry about brands. That's a great idea. Yeah. Why are we calling this Raw Women's SmackDown Champion or Raw Women's Champion and SmackDown Women's Champion? Like, why don't we just name them different titles? SmackDown Women's Universal Champion, Raw Heavyweight Women's Champion, or whatever. Even though they're not heavyweights, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole brand split thing is just such a pain in my ass.
Yeah, well, it could be over soon too, because if SmackDown's not staying on Fox, then we don't have to cater to Fox anymore. We might see better Raws.
Supposedly the contract deal's not done, and that's why they weren't listed yet. They're still in negotiations. That's why it wasn't listed.
Look, see, even Positively, he said Women's Worlds, Women's Universal,
and it worked,
or whatever.
Yeah, I agree with that. They did that before. They had a women's title on Raw, and then They just called it the women's champion or women's championship, and then SmackDown had the cruiserweight title, and there was no complaints about it back then.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, man. The way that they're doing some things, like I've always scratched my head. You know what I mean?
Those
like
women tag titles. Do I have to bring that up? I mean, that's atrocious. I mean,
let's just vacate those and call them good, man. Let's do them like the
hopefully Liv
title.
Morgan and Dakota Kai recover, because I mean that was brutal for them both getting injured in the same match. But man.
Matthew Lopez says, I think Cody will bleed. Me too. I think that's happening for sure. And I think he's getting busted open the hard way after what happened during Backlash. I think Brock Lesnar's going to beat the living hell out of that boy. RSTV says, I think this match is going to be a part of this triple main events because you can see it in the middle of the match card. Yeah, but knowing Brock Lesnar wants to get in and get out, right? Wants to get in and get out. You had a cat popping up on the stream, bro?
Yeah, he had some insights.
You've been listening to Dave Meltzer?
No.
Breaking news on the Pro Wrestling Shoot. According to Dave Meltzer.
No, I'll let him if he was in front of Dave, I'll let him bite him.
RSTV says the match is Cody versus Brock, I think.
For the main event?
Well, I don't know.
Pretty sure it's going to be the new world title. I would think that's the
it's going to be the new world title.
I mean, it's called Night of Champions. I don't think they're putting a non-champion matches. No disrespect to Brock and them, but like you mentioned, he's going to be the first one. Hey, I want to get the hell out of here. Get me on the first flight, my private jet.
Hudson says, I loved Elimination Chamber in the Royal Rumble this year, though. Yeah. Dude, I think everything this year has been really good for WWE. That's just me personally, but...
when you mentioned the Elimination Chamber and the Rumble, I mean, the Royal Rumble itself is obviously the thing everybody wants to watch. But I mean, the thing with the Bloodline was the big thing. Same with the Chamber. The Bloodline was the huge thing.
Yeah. It's that main storyline, man, and it's heating up too. So it's heating back up, I should say, because it kind of went down after WrestleMania a little bit, but now it's kind of picking back up. So
yeah, it makes sense. It's a part 2 if you think about it.
Man, Rhea versus Natalya. This is not the match that I really wanted to see. Personally, I would have liked to see Selena Vega get another rematch, but
they did it for Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, Natalya, I mean, at the start, she was cool. I liked her. Now I'm kind of like, they were doing fart jokes with her and all that, and now she's there. I don't know how much longer she's going to go in the industry. I've heard people tease it that this could be her soon retirement tour coming up.
Fart jokes are still cool.
Yeah. All right, Vince.
Whatever. Rhea Ripley is going over.
I wonder why this business...
I still like Natalya personally. I think Natalya's dope. She's a legend, dude. I like her. So,
Hall of Fame.
Eventually, I think she could be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Eventually, I think she deserves it more than the Bella Twins. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
So, is what it is. This is where it all is going to go down. Sami Zayn is going to be in Saudi Arabia. Or is it in Jeddah?
Yeah, it's in Jeddah.
Jeddah, okay.
It's in Jeddah, and I guess it wasn't him. It was just something he was running. They would have let him gone. They would have let him went through, from what I've heard. It was just like the campaigns and political things he was ushering for. They said, yeah, we're not going to let you go there because of that reason, not because of you're Syrian.
Oh, okay.
So
well, dude, what do you think happens in this match, dude? Listen, I think Roman Reigns and Solo win the titles. I know that there were like teasing that the Usos are gonna interfere and ruin this for them, but
I kind of feel like Kevin's gonna turn on Sammy. I don't know why. I know they teased him with that clip of, I think it was Cody lifting Sammy up, and then Kevin's over there doing the Evolution Batista thumbs down type of deal. Was joking with them, but I mean, I don't know. I know the Usos were being pushed around. I mean, eventually, I would not be surprised. WWE likes doing this. They had Becky 2 belts, so they could do Roman 4 belts.
Yeah, dude,
that's already another T-shirt idea.
Roman gets all the belts. That is just what we're doing nowadays.
Or is this certain? I feel like this is their easy cop way of getting into. Hey, the Usos are going to win the belts back, but we can't have them beat Kevin and Sammy. How about beat Roman and Solo and split the squad up? Which I think that might end up happening.
Yeah, could happen. Matthew Lopez says Natty is underrated, a Hall of Famer for sure. Absolutely, man. I agree with that. Hudson says, I hope Rhea retains. She won in a meh match. Sammy and Saudi is nuts to think about. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Will he be cheered in Saudi is the question.
We'll see. So listen, remember when we were having that discussion? Okay, a couple months back when everybody was chanting for Sami Zayn to be against Roman Reigns for the world title, right? That crowd has died down. It has died down a lot. That pop is not nearly as big when those two come out as champion as it was when he was going against Roman Reigns, at Elimination Chamber. Nowhere near, dude. So I think I called that one.
See, and I know the minute you were to say that, I'm surprised no one is saying this, but I know a lot of people were going to say that. And I think the same thing would have probably happened with people saying the same thing of, well, if Cody won it, it would have went down. We want the chase. The chase is always a bigger deal than winning it.
Yeah, I have no doubt that probably would be the case because that is just what it is. It's all about the chase. People like the chase. They like the story.
I mean, because the chase is the bigger thing, and it's like, all right, now you already won the title.
Yeah. I think that it'll be different, though, when Roman loses the titles, if he loses them to Cody, because it will give Cody more opponents. But more people will be challenging for those titles rather than just Roman Reigns all the time, every main event. You know what I mean? So
yeah. It's just like, I'm just wondering, is this Saudi crowd going to root for Sammy alone, or are they going to boo him because he's not from there? I'm wondering how that's going to go. Are they going to throw crowd fillers in there? Are they going to throw in sounds? I'm wondering how this is going to go.
Never doubt WWE, man. I've definitely heard crowd sounds over Monday Night Raw lots of times. It's so corny, dude. I can't believe that.
Now this, I mean, you don't want to hear Sammy get booed, but
it's so bad.
It's international, and it's a country that we can say a lot about.
Hudson says this will be the downfall of the bloodline, issues with all of them, and super kick and boom. Maybe. We'll see, man.
I mean, that's what the point is going to be. They're trying to
4 belts.
At the end of the game, they're trying to push Solo as much as they can to be a top star, which he's going to get up there.
Predictions. RSTV says Cody, Sammy, and KO, Asuka, Rhea, Gunther, Becky, I think. I don't think we're getting Becky. I don't think we're getting Asuka. And I don't think Sammy and KO are walking out of there with a title, so I'm going to have to
I don't think, yeah. I still don't see Cody. I still don't see it.
Matthew Lopez says I think Cody's winning again. I think he's going to shock the world and beat him 2 times in a row.
No, it's got to be in Brock's. Got to be in Brock's contract. I want to win, damn it.
Brock likes Cody, so
I've heard that.
I can see him putting him over twice, man. Matthew Lopez, those rumors of Roman and Solo versus Usos at SummerSlam are looking believable. Could be, man.
Yeah.
Everything Pro Wrestling says, if I'm Sammy, I ain't going. Me too. He says, to be fair to Sammy, they dropped the momentum. I think it will happen to Cody too if he loses again. Yeah, and it could very well. Hudson says 1,000 is too long with so little champions. European and new belt and more for the women's will make us fine for a long reign. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Not to mention they've already advertised this 1,000-day celebration for Roman, so I'm pretty sure he's going to get both belts and the tag titles.
When is the celebration on Raw?
I think June. No, it's on. I think it's on SmackDown. It's like a June 2nd or something like that. Or
okay. Are they swerving us? Are they swerving us? Is Seth Rollins losing this? Are we going to give it to AJ?
What? Well, with the whole thing of him filming and the company's kind of pissed off about it, he's doing his thing and he's supposed to miss a little bit of time. He wasn't at Raw. I mean, I'm not opposed to him not winning. He can wait a little longer. Like we've talked about it numerous of times of, hey, AJ's not going to be in the wrestling game for not much longer. I'm
not opposed to another title reign with AJ either, personally.
Yeah. I mean, do I agree with the whole whole thing of them of, well, we don't want to be bigger deal. Like, you started with us. You're gonna not be a bigger deal in Hollywood and start filming and all that. So it's either you stay with us or you do filming. So
He's on that good movie too.
um
He's on that Captain America.
do I think he should be outlawed like that? No, but I mean, I get it from their aspect. We need a champion. They just mentioned that if we need somebody here as a fighting champion. AJ just came back. And then
What's that stupid movie that John Cena and The Miz did for WWE?
Was it The Marine?
The Marine. Yeah, they're probably mad that he didn't. What do you mean you don't want to be a part of the Marine 100? Like, nah, bro. I'm going to work on a good movie. We're going to Captain America. We're going to Marvel.
You mean you're not going to The Condemned with Steve Austin?
Matthew Lopez says, do you think Roman 1,000-Day Reign is getting a new Universal title? I hope so. We need to get rid of both those titles. I think it needs to just be one title.
You could have just simply
done it with all the other ones
and let Cody at least win one of them, but instead you brought this title up there. Like I said, I'm not opposed to Seth. AJ winning the title. Does he transfer to Raw, or does the whole group go with him, or does he go in solo? We haven't even heard anything about that.
I have no idea.
Who do you have? And that's why they're kind of, hey, let's weasel our way out of this. We don't have nobody for Roman, for Roman. Let's have him feud with the Usos and his group, so we kind of curveball around it.
I'm surprised Roman's even fighting at this, but then again, you can't deny that payday.
Matthew Lopez.
Yeah, Matthew Lopez says, I want AJ Styles to win. That'd be good, man. I'm not opposed to AJ winning.
And he's advertised now for Money in the Bank, I've seen recently.
Okay.
So I don't know, unless they tease it. I know Heyman was teasing it. Maybe he can win the world title, that new one.
Hudson says, hashtag goated match and hashtag the goat versus another goat. Yeah. And dude, that has to be the main event for sure, because that's one of the best matches we've seen on a card for quite some time. Yeah. RSTV says, Seth deserves it, to be honest. He's so great right now that it's indescribable. AJ, I understand, but he just came back, and Seth can carry this company right now more than Styles is right now. So Seth, I agree with that too. Seth Rollins is so fucking over, bro. So over.
And if he does win the title, I still predicting it. We're getting unified titles again. They're getting unified. Seth and Roman for the unified titles. I would not be shocked. I don't know, but like I said, I think it's the whole movie thing. If they just want to shove it to Seth, hey, you can take that role, but yeah, you're not bigger than the WWE, so you're not getting that title. You do that movie, you're not getting it.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Everything Pro Wrestling says AJ wins, takes OC to Raw, then trade Cody's SmackDown. Could happen. Could happen, man. All possibilities. All possibilities. Listen, the weekend is full of wrestling. I'm really excited for Night of Champions. I'm going to watch it later, so I'm going to have to stay off the group chat because all you guys just give out spoilers and shit. I'm going to have to mute the group chat just like I do when you talk about basketball.
You mean you're watching NXT Battleground?
No, I'm not. So Double or Nothing this Sunday, man. Of course, WWE is going up against an AEW pay-per-view. Double or Nothing is a pretty loaded card as well. We've got probably more matches going to be added. I'm not sure. Let's start out with this one. Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter for the AEW Women's World title. This is going to be a banger, dude. I'm excited for this match.
Yeah, I love the whole chemistry, the whole Toni Storm. I love the heel work. It was good for her. Jamie Hayter, now she's getting that. I guess she would be the face running this. They've been going back and forth with her, the Outcast, Britt Baker. I thought it was an excellent choice to go with this. Yeah, it's kind of a toss-up. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up.
I don't think it's time to take it off of Hayter, personally.
Did she beat? I think she beat Toni for the title, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, she did.
Then I think Jamie's going over.
Yeah,
especially for All In from England. She's from there.
I think it's just not the time to take it off of Hayter right now. See here, everything, bro. If draft mattered, draft never matters, bro. Hudson says, why so little views? This is underrated, to be honest. Yeah, man, we're a little stream. I appreciate that, though, man. I do think that we are an underrated podcast. I will toot my own horn, man. We have a lot of fun over here. We have good discussion. our audio platform it does get a lot of views and a lot of listens. So check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Leave us a rate and review on there to help find more wrestling fans like you that enjoy this. Yeah, we're breaking through, man. We're breaking through. We'll get there. We're still growing this channel, man. We haven't been doing this podcast on YouTube the whole time, so we're still pretty small over here on YouTube. But our subscribers have grown a lot since the 2K video and since Brian Williams and 2K were involved with the stream that we did. So shout out to them. Shout out to that video game, because that video game has definitely grown us in numbers for sure. So there's more video game content to come. Definitely. We're going to do more videos on that. Not so much on the stream. We will talk about them on the streams, but we're going to be doing videos, in-depth videos for all video game stuff going forward, just so we can please the new audience. Matthew Lopez says this will be hard-hitting women's championship match. Yeah, dude, that one's gonna be good. I'm excited for that. I think all the women's matches on this card is gonna be pretty good. Let me see here. What else do we want to go with next? Let's take a look at this one right here. FTR AEW World Tag Team Champions taking on Jay Lethal and JE double F, JA double R, E double T. Howdy, folks.
You know, I will say
I'm going to need this
Briscoe.
chat to go nuts right now for Jeff Jarrett. Just blow James out of the water. I want to hear the Jeff Jarrett
But in all honesty,
the chat right now.
Here's a question for you. In all honesty, do you
Yep.
want Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal to win this match, win the
Yep.
belts?
Yep.
Really, over FTR?
Yep.
With Mark Briscoe in there, I mean, which I like the idea of him being a special guest referee. It'll be a fantastic match. Don't get me wrong. I know they teased it before with Jay and Jeff winning it before.
I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight. Come on, sing it. Howdy, folks.
No, I'm good. Hopefully he's not at all in.
He's going to be everywhere, brother. He's sold out. He's going to sell out Wembley.
Yeah.
He's the sole purpose for selling 68,000 tickets. Don't you ever forget that, man.
Yeah.
Don't you ever forget it.
Yeah. And same with those Impact Days and Global Force Wrestling. Yep.
That's it. So I tried to watch that one. Positively E says, my world, my world. Pew, pew, pew. Come on now.
It's no cringe.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
It was worse than Triple H's terror.
everything pro wrestling. Road Dog. Hey, come on, man. That was Jeff Jarrett singing that. Come on.
Road Dog.
Oh man. Chris Jericho versus Adam Cole, unsanctioned match.
So from the past Dynamite, did you like the Jericho versus Roderick Strong match?
Lately, I don't like anything that Jericho's involved with. I'm going to be honest.
I don't know who rated that, but supposedly that was the best match on Dynamite of all time.
It was probably Dave Meltzer. 7 stars in
Wasn't
Tokyo
Dave.
number.
Wasn't Dave. I forgot where it came from. It was like that Wrestle database one, and they had like a 9.97
Cage
rating.
match or whatever.
I think so. And they had it up there. I mean, it was different.
They said it was the best match of all time?
That's what I seen it, yeah.
They're fucking tripping. They're tripping.
Was
Look,
it a fun
I like
match?
Roderick
I
Strong.
mean,
I like
it was
Chris
a fun
Jericho.
match. I like the idea of how they ended.
Ugh.
I didn't mind it. But from what I saw, I'll just say Adam Cole's winning this one, and then, won't speak anymore about it from what I've heard.
Good enough, man. Global First Bullet Club Gold. Jeff Jarrett would be a phenomenal member of the Bullet Club. I'm just saying. Bring him back. Make it happen. Let's see here. Jeff Jarrett for 2023 Rookie of the Year. Yeah.
I don't know. No. You won't be saying it when your boy Nick Wayne is in AEW.
And look, he's my boy, but
In
he's not
July.
Nick Wayne will never be put over Jeff Jarrett in my books, man. Best signing in AEW history, if you ask me.
He's lost 2 title matches. He needs to lose another one here. He lost to the Acclaim. He lost to Orange Cassidy, thankfully.
Positively E. Jarrett selling gold bars again. Man, Do you think the unsanctioned match will be good?
I think
it'll be good.
Yeah, no, I think I'm trying to think if there was any bad unsanctioned matches, but they are blow the water with this one. Of course, you're gonna have Roderick Strong. You're gonna have obviously the JAS get involved. So I mean, anything goes.
Orange Cassidy, man. The AEW International Championship Blackjack Battle Royal. This is different.
Yeah, I'm
it's not the casino battle royal, blackjack battle royal. How are we going to run this? Are we going to run it just like the casino?
Is it just like a standard rule? Well, I don't know. Have they? I haven't looked in the rules. Is he in the match, or is it there's a battle royal?
Yeah, he's in the match.
He is in the match.
It's for the title. He said he's fighting all of them.
Have they said how many people are in it? No, huh?
I don't think so.
Do I think
Chat, if you guys have heard how many people are in this battle royal, hit it up in the comments, man. Let me know.
You don't even bring that. That was so garbage. That was the dumbest. That was the dumbest.
Which
the
one?
Reverse battle royal was the dumbest thing that TNA ever ran. It was the most asinine thing of let's fight and brawl to get to the ring. It's right there, and then eliminate someone.
So the winner, I forgot how that ran. Is the first person in the ring wins?
No, I think it was like the first two, right? Or was it? Or no, it was you fight the brawl in. I forgot how many competitors get in. Then it's a battle royal style. The last two, whoever's last two left, then they start doing a wrestling match.
This I can't wait for. Everything Pro Wrestling also says I can't wait for Nick Wayne versus Swerve. Yes, for the Defy title. That is going to be excellent, dude. Defy, that is my home promotion. My home promotion's title is going to be defended at AEW, and I cannot wait for that.
Yeah, so we got an answer. Matthew Lopez and E said it was 21 people in there, so I believe it's kind of similar to the casino.
Okay, so nobody knows who's in it, though.
We'll probably get a graphic tomorrow. Do I think Orange is going to retain that? Probably.
Look at that. See that? Nah, he beat the Acclaim. The ref messed up. Facts.
No, well, you tell.
Facts.
I forgot who the ref was.
Was that Aubrey? Aubrey.
No,
she's always.
Somebody, well, she's the one that reversed it.
Yeah, she's always fucking up.
No.
Jeff Jarrett in a controlled environment is fabulous. Absolutely. So yeah, we got the answers. 21. Positively E says, ask Jake the Snake. Matthew Lopez says OC is having a great championship run, making international championship more important than the TNT title. Yeah, I think he's even making it more important than the world title, if you ask me. Like I think MJF is fantastic, but MJF's also not out here defending it every single week and making it prestigious like Orange Cassidy is. So I don't know.
I don't expect him to wrestle. He said he's a heel. He's gonna do that. He's like, I'm not wrestling every week. It's not happening. Yeah. I'll do promos and all that. At least I'm showing more up than Roman Reigns, which he has said.
Well, he's also a spectacle too. So when you do get to see MJF wrestle, it is like one of those things where it's like, oh crap, I got to tune into this. Positively E says Jeff needs to bury Nick Wayne on Dark.
Oh, I
would.
The age
gap
Dark,
alone is hilarious.
Don't know what Dark is, but it's gone, buddy.
Yeah, Dark's gone. There is no more Dark.
But yeah, I'm curious what they're gonna do with Nick Wayne. I mean, is he gonna win the title? Is he gonna lose it? I don't know.
Interesting stuff, man. Interesting. Ladder match. TNT Championship, Wardlow versus Christian Cage. I'm always down for a ladder match as long as that stupid dinosaur is not on the outside.
Well, you're asking too much.
It's time to grow up and stop being a fucking dinosaur. I'm just saying.
Let me guess. I think Wardlow's going to probably retain, and Arn Anderson's going to do like the whole gun pose or something. He gets into it, maybe, or he gets chokeslammed. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Christian does win this.
I'm fine with it. The whole Wardlow thing of him flopping back and forth with Hobbs, and now Hobbs is going to Collision. So it's like, what are we doing with this title? Have somebody hold the damn title for a lengthy time. Do it like Orange.
Hudson says Christian Cage TLC 2 bottom line. This match could slap. Yeah. Look, we'll see, man. We'll see. Two people I'm really
I think we'll be back
of.
here next Tuesday, and he'll be over here marking over Wardlow.
I'll tell you what won't happen. That will not happen. If he does a great job, he does a great job. But
I forgot what the last thing I told you.
Wardlow is a woman's. That's a woman's favorite.
That's Batista. All right,
it'll stay that. Dude, did you see him do the Batista taunt as he came out to the ring last week? He did the shit. Come on, man. Come on. That shit on BTE was I thought it was more funny on BTE than he is like with his character. But
yeah, he hasn't been on there in a while.
Yeah. So listen, man. This match I'm interested in. Jade Cargill. I know a lot of people are saying Taya is not like a contender. I think she's more of a contender than Statlander, but I don't think that Taya is winning this. I don't think that we take the title off Jade.
It's weird because they had her. Well, this thing, I think she might win because they put the rule in there of she can't do her finisher, and she loses over a roll up, which is different for a typical Jade Cargill match. And then she goes after Aubrey, and I was hoping she was going to do it, and she got away with it. And then we haven't really heard much. And then now we got the rematch going on, which there's no rule stipulation. I mean, at some point, Jade's got to lose the damn title. If it's not Tile, I mean, I've heard a lot of people with Statlander. Now, I don't know if Statlander's cleared. If she's not cleared, then I think Tile might be the one. But we've been saying this. We thought Athena was going to do it, and what did they do? They shipped her off the Ring of Honor. Now she's the women's champion over there. So,
yeah, it's interesting the decisions that they make when it comes to the AEW booking. I don't know who's the right opponent. I know a lot of people want Britt Baker to do it, but I just think that's cliche having Britt Baker do it.
I mean, the fact that they're a face, and hey, you know, I don't know. I think they're going to go to the face if Britt's going to turn on Jamie at some point. So I think hold off on that until then. I mean, there's a lot of opponents she hasn't fought. There is some like she hasn't fought. Like, you know, obviously she hasn't fought Jamie Hayter or Britt Baker or everyone from the Outcast. So I don't know. At some point she's going to have to lose it. I thought it was going to be 50-0, but now she's what, 53, 54-0, something like that. There's going to be at a point she's going to lose it. I mean, losing it at pay-per-view would make sense.
Of course.
So we've came to the condition. She has to lose on a pay-per-view basis. Well,
not necessarily. And I got to
or you have her lose on TBS.
Yeah. So Positively E says Wardlow got Steal Your Girl heat. And then Hudson said Latino heat. Matthew Lopez says Athena is having an incredible run as ROH Women's Champion. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Here's the thing. This is the comment I was talking about. Everything Pro Wrestling said, I can see Statlander or a debut. I think that's the best way to have the title come off is a debut. I don't think Statlander's it for me personally. I don't think that she's it. But
I'm questioning
Jordan Grace's contract is running up.
I don't really care for her too much.
I'm just saying, man. She's jacked. She comes in there. She's got a physique like...
She does say some stupid-ass comments.
Yeah, I mean, I forgive her. It's all right.
So, does that mean her husband's going to come back? Or is he going to have it with
probably not.
Tony?
Probably not. Matthew Lopez, if Taya doesn't do it, and if Statlander isn't cleared, why not Willow?
I think Willow did, and she lost, and Willow won that New Japan title, which wasn't even designed for her.
Yeah, Jade is 59-0.
Willow has been pushing herself. I can tell you that.
Out here injuring Mercedes Moné.
What was I gonna say? I don't know who would they have Jade fighting and defending a title at Forbidden Door. Is there anybody that she can fight? And somebody from Japan, but I don't know.
Yeah, but do you have her lose to somebody that's contracted under New Japan? That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't. I
mean, New Japan does it. I mean, look, they had Kenny, and he was part of AEW, and he won the damn IWGP US title.
Yeah, but now, TBS title is booked as your most prestigious title because nobody has beaten her.
Well, they said, there's talks that New Japan would let them borrow people, and there's like they did like a what's it called, a trademark. They put a trademark in for a transfer portal, so I don't know if that's going to be something with them in New Japan.
Could be, man. Could be. Listen, they got the Four Pillars match main eventing, I'm sure, but I don't know what on earth is going to follow this, man? The Elite versus the Blackpool Combat Club. Anarchy in the arena. This is going to be, if it was anything like it was last year, I can't wait for this. This is going to be a banger, dude.
Blackpool's taking this one.
You think so?
I think, hear me out with this one. You just had Don turn on Kenny. We haven't seen Takeshita. He's gonna somehow get involved, and I think he's gonna make you believe he's with the Elite and Kenny, and then he swerves and turns on them.
Brett
because of
screwed
Don.
Brett.
That's what I initially think.
Interesting. I think, I don't know, knowing Tony Khan, knowing the EVPs, I say the Elite get their happy ending. But
remember, you got another two pay-per-views after the follow. So
we also got Blood and Guts too. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this one. It's going to be fun though. It's going to be a fun match for sure.
Yeah, are they going to be playing Moxley's music? Are they going to be playing Wayward Son during the fighting?
Either one I'm good with. I love them both. Positively E says Athena be beating ass. He also says, what's the new trademark? Yeah, so they do have a new trademark. AEW has a couple of new trademarks that they did, and it looks like it was just on the logo. So,
yeah, they files a trademark for transfer portal. No one knows what it means, but I mean, I don't think they're going to get through with it. I don't know how they trademarked that. I'm pretty sure college football and all the college sports already did that. But
transfer portal?
Yeah.
What does it even mean?
So, like in college football, you can go in a transfer portal. Let's say you're at, like Oregon State, and you want to transfer to another college. You have to go into that, and then you can say, all right, I want to go from Oregon State to like UCLA here in California or somewhere. You would have to go into that. It's like a 1-year basis thing. So I don't know how that's not trademarked by them.
Interesting. So they're trying to bring back the sports aspect.
I guess that's why I think it's with New
for
Japan.
Collision, right?
Collision
and
that's what
and
I
Dynamite.
assume.
That's what it sounds
like.
like
maybe you can go back and I guess a trade system in a way. I don't know. I haven't really heard much about it. I don't think it's going to fall through. I thought it was trademarked by college.
Well, it's good that James knows so much about sports and college sports and all that, because he was able to clarify what that even meant. Because as soon as I seen that, I did see the other trademarks for the logos.
Yeah.
That they did file trademarks for new logos. So that's should be interesting. Matthew Lopez says Elite versus BCC should be main eventing. I agree. I don't see how the four pillars can even follow this. Because that's going to be anarchy in the arena. I mean, come on. That's what main evented last year's, right?
No. I don't think Anarchy in the Arena. I don't think it main event. I think it was
Justin Roberts. Shit is about to hit the fan.
No, very classic. Very classic indeed. I mean, I get it from the aspect of how can you follow up with that? Well, I mean, the four pillars was a big thing too to the company for some time, and the MJF is your world champion. I know, and I can tell you the first thing he's going to say on the media scrum: "I'm the world champion. I should be main eventing." And I know it's going to be shades of Punk, because Punk used to be in that predicament a number of times.
Does anyone think CM Punk returns to screw the Elite? No. Look, if I think CM Punk is returning at Double or Nothing, I'm not saying it's off the table, but if CM Punk does return at Double or Nothing, I think that he's returning in the MJF match.
Let's just say I've heard some scramblings of who MJF's next opponent will be.
Or maybe even in the Jericho match, if that whole thing is what it seems, you know what I mean? Like, he comes out there to help Adam Cole because he does like Adam Cole. Adam Cole does like CM Punk. So maybe he comes out there to help out Adam Cole, and then we're off to the races with a Jericho feud, which nobody wants. I hope that's not the case, but that's the only thing that I can see him doing. It's either that or the MJF match. I don't see the Elite okaying CM Punk screwing them out of the match. If anything, I think James is more right on that Takeshita will be the one to come out there and make the difference in the match.
He's going to be the tweener of, oh yeah, I'm a face. Hey, no, I'm going heel. Hey, hell with you guys. Don's there. He knows what he's talking about, which, and then they'll have to get a fifth person for the Elite. And then who's that going to be?
Hudson says, honestly, since I don't tune in on AEW much, Blackpool Combat Club has been real dominant and a good betrayal, so I don't care who wins. Yeah,
And I like the heel aspect. I mean, I thought they were going to be broken once Regal left, and they kind of proved me wrong.
Final match, man. Main event, I think. AEW World Title on the line. The Four Pillars. Jungle Boy Jack Perry, MJF, Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara. Listen, for this whole pay-per-view, they've done at least a decent job at building all of these matches. I feel like we've got to build for every single match, which is good. We have a story going on for every single match. This is more than I've seen them do on most pay-per-views. Now, am I invested in this Four Pillars match? Not really. I just don't care about this Four Pillars match because I don't think that anybody besides MJF is walking out of here champion.
Yeah, which rightfully so. I know this is rightfully so. These guys are great athletes. No disrespect to them. They were, that was the first aspect of the company. They're the Four Pillars, and then he obviously threw shade of, Britt Baker should be in there. Fantastic wrestlers, all of them. MJF is more doubtly, I would think, is going to retain this. Yeah, the storyline, I mean, they've had their, walkthroughs. They've had their, debates here and there. I guess I wasn't a fan of, they did the tag tournament, like him and Sammy being friends, which was it was fine. But the way they did the tag team way to get Darby and Jungle Boy in there, but I get it. You want to push the element of them trying to feud too, I guess, in the same time.
Yeah. I think this has been asked about for the AEW hardcore fans, and that's what they've wanted to see for some time. So I think they're just kind of getting it out of the way.
Which I don't mind it. I don't have a problem with it. We don't see, like, every single world champion we've had with Kenny and Moxley. We haven't really got many, like, different aspects from a one-on-one. I think Kenny was the last one to do a triple threat. And then we've had one-on-ones, and now a Fatal 4-Way is here. So it's a little different. It's going to push the element. I wouldn't be surprised Sammy's going to do something crazy and either knock himself out or do something like he usually does, being the stunt monkey he is. But yeah, MJF's going to win this one. Question is, who is he going to pin or submit, of course? Who's going to be the one?
So here's the thing, too. If he does win, who does he feud with next? Who do you put him up against?
If you want me to put out who I've heard that is in the Ramblings that might feud with them next, it's supposed to be Cole.
Adam Cole?
That's what I've heard.
Well, that might be better. Who knows, man? Who knows? Matthew Lopez says, I'd be more invested in MJF versus Darby because, honestly, I don't see Jungle Boy or Sammy now winning it. Darby could be the guy, but not now. Yeah, that's the thing about this match. Look, do I think it's going to be a good match? Yes, absolutely. I think that they're going to pull out the stops and they're going to put on a great match. Do I think it's going to have a different outcome than anybody expects? No. I think MJF's definitely going over with this one. I don't believe anybody else.
Or Wardlow. That's your other one, Wardlow. Eventually, they're going to push him to win, go after MJF at some point in this damn title run.
I don't think you take this title off of MJF until CM Punk and MJF face again.
I hope it's not Punk beat him for the title. I'll be damned over it.
I think that's the one that you should have beat him for the title. Who else? Who else would you have?
Push it. I don't know. Just keep pushing. You'll find somebody.
After WrestleMania 40, when Cody Rhodes finally wins the title,
no,
a couple
not
more
even
months
Cody.
later, Cody comes back.
Look, no, that's the last thing I need. And
Student versus the teacher.
I'll guarantee you the crowd's going to boo the hell out of it if Cody beats him. I'll guarantee it's going to be the same obstacle again.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Cody's over, dude. He's really over.
He is, but let's see. In the AEW territory, I don't know. They might just say, the hell with you. You went over there.
I think that both cards are going to be worth watching. Check them out this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, guys, you can follow us on at the Pro Wrestling Shoot on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and on Twitter. The Pro Wrestling Shoot. You can check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Leave us that 5-star and leave us a friendly review. Helps us in the algorithm. If you're watching the video, make sure to like it. Leave a comment after we are done going live. We will reply. It helps us in a comment thread. Go check out the WWE 2K24 wishlist video. I'm trying to get that one out there. trying to expand it. Share it to anybody who plays the games. Share it in your Facebook groups. Share it everywhere. Tell them to leave a comment and tell them that 2K is watching. They're looking at the comments. They're listening to the feedback. So leave your comments if you want to see your ideas in WWE 2K24. I'm Jesse Carter. He's James Pinard Jr. And we will see you next week right here on the Pro Wrestling Shoot.